Today, we take democracy for granted and see it as the default system of governance. We look at history in a linear fashion. Like once there were kingdoms and empires, which were followed by modern republican systems, out of which is democracy. We think monarchy is replaced by democracy because societies evolve, and we cannot revert back to older, outdated systems like empires and feudalism. But that is not quite true. Democracy is a result of society being intellectually at par with the leadership. If society's IQ level falls, the democracy may fall too, something that has happened with ancient democracies. In history, we see many republics and democratic institutions around the world, most notably the Republic of Athens in Greece, the Roman Republic, and the various Ganasanghas of India. All of them were replaced by monarchical systems, either from invading kings or by elected leaders becoming a despot. But one person or one force alone cannot collapse the idea of democracy. Ancient Athens was invaded and destroyed by King Philip II of Macedon. The Vrajji Republic was invaded and destroyed by Ajatashatru of Magadha, and the Roman Republic was turned into the Roman Empire when Commander Octavian became Emperor Augustus. But they were legitimized by the growing differences in intellectual levels between the ruling class and the masses. Every society began with tribal systems, and under tribal systems, there was usually democracy. People elected the leaders whom they felt were the most capable. When societies evolved into complex social formations, the position of the leader and other various administrative and religious positions became rigid. This was because each class developed a specialization. The warriors became specialized in their fields, farmers became specialized in theirs, artisans became specialized in theirs, and the priestly class became specialized in their field. When the king and his men were seen as more competent in their occupation, their legitimacy to power became crystallized while reducing the rights of commoners. Slowly, that gave rise to the age of empires. Many monarchical states did maintain the concept of accountability from the rulers in principle, though not in reality. But something happened after Industrial Revolution that drastically changed society. It created machines that disrupted the system. It caused major job loss, as fewer peasants and artisans were required. More workers were required for the factories. Feudalism went into decline and capitalism started rising. This not only broke all existing social structures, but innovation and scientific development led to modern education systems which no king or emperor could avoid. Between two options, keeping people away from modern education and remaining a backward country easy to be destroyed, or educating them to modernize the nation and risk your absolute power, the monarchical governments chose the latter. With modern education came a generation that knew more than the old guard of government. Slowly, representative assemblies were set up in kingdoms, from France and Germany to presidencies and princely states in colonial India. The imperial forces had to slowly erode their powers to common people. This is how we got democracies around the world. But it can create a new class of leaders who can capture people's mind and make them think in a certain way, diminishing the idea of accountability. Out of many forms of democracies, there were two interesting forms that I came across: liberal democracy and guided democracy. In a liberal democracy, it is the citizens who tell their representatives what they want, but in a guided democracy, it is the political parties that tell their citizens what they want by implanting ideas in their heads through propaganda. This can turn enlightened citizens into mindless followers, which further legitimizes the ruling class, turning the system rigid again. It can also create a new age of feudalism through oligarchy. The Nazis turned the German Weimar Republic into the Third Reich, which was literally the Third Empire. Democracy in the long run is a result of vigilant thinking citizens. When the despot goes away, the society should be intelligent enough to go back to a democratic system instead of waiting for the next despot to tell them what they want. On this channel, I try to bring new perspectives on history, mythology, and fiction. This is Prav signing off. Tada.